Hey everyone, it's Nova, and welcome back to Nancy Drew, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Yeah, I was basically mulling over which way to go when we left off with this episode, and I think I had said I wanted to follow the footprints, so against all rhyme and reason, I'm going to go this way. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. Okay, it wasn't that far of a distance. This doesn't look promising at all, though. Chicken Ridge. Okay, you know what? Something tells me I should not go that way right now, so let's go back, right? Yeah, no. Let's go back. Because I am scared. I don't like the looks of those, cliffs and the snow. Like, there's an area that's very dangerous for Nancy to go traipsing about in without the right gear. Not to mention that this area I think is very prone for avalanches. So let's not even tempt fate. Let's go this other way. And her thermometer thing is almost at half, so I'm gonna have to... Oh, this is the way back. Ah, okay. Alright, no big deal. At least now I know. Okay. So let's see. Keep an eye out for the... Okay, actually...
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Follow the wolf tracks.
Oops, haven't done that.
Well, you know what? I'm not suicidal. I'm not going over there yet. Like, I feel like that's death. Let me just go inside for a second.
I feel warmer already.
And... I don't know. Let me just see. Oh, you know what? I could tell them at least that the pond is shoveled, so... Here you go.
Hey, excellent job on the snow shoveling, eh? We had ourselves one fine time out there because of you. Especially Lou here.
I beat him 5 times.
By the slimmest of margins. What's up, kiddo?
Huh. Are you by any chance related to... I don't remember... Wait, is he supposed to be related to a character from... Because there was a game, an older game of Nancy's that had to deal with the haunted carousel. Wow, I never picked up on that before. Or I just totally forgot, because obviously... okay.
Are you by any chance related to Rolf Kessler, the guy who used to build carousels around the turn of the last century?
No idea.
Oh, alright.
I'd better get going.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so let me just see if...
What's up?
Oh, so I can talk to you. Because, alright, whatever. So you go to school in California. What do you think of the weird things that have been happening? Yeah, let's just quiz him up.
So you go to school in California?
Yep. University of California at Brea.
What kind of degree are you working on? Is this your winter break? I have an idea of what he might be interested in, but let's ask anyway.
What kind of degree are you working on?
Master of Fine Arts.
Called it.
Cool. So what's your favorite medium?
What is this, like the Spanish Inquisition?
Hey, give her a break. She's just trying to make pleasant conversation.
Oh, right. My favorite medium? Dirt.
Okay. Apart from the audio acting a little weird there,
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you correctly.
I create works of art by manipulating naturally occurring geophysical substances like dirt. Sometimes I just use my hands, but most of the time heavy machinery is involved.
Oh, brother.
Nobody understands my art. But that's cool. To be great is to be misunderstood. FYI, Ralph Waldo Emerson said that.
Alright, so now, interestingly, because I remember I said in a previous episode, I couldn't recall if it was Bill or Lou that had been to the cabin before. It was Lou. So I could basically ask him, and it'll be interesting to note if he lies to me. I'm definitely going to ask him number 2. I mean, that's a given. But let's see what he says if I ask him number 1.
Is this your first time at the lodge?
Yep. My car broke down on my way to Lake Louise last summer. Pulled in here to wait for the tow truck and figured it'd be a cool place to visit during the winter, so here I am.
Aha. Okay. So, now this is interesting because that could be, in fact, true, and the fact that he was noted as staying here previously, that could be the reason why. Or he could be saying that as a cover story, and that he actually was here as a guest, but, What do you think about, yeah, let's just ask about this.
What do you think about all the weird things that have been happening around here?
I think they're kind of cool. Accidents make life colorful, you know?
You wouldn't be saying that if you were the one who'd slipped on those ice-covered stairs, or eaten that bad potato salad, or had those 4 flat tires.
Yeah.
Hey, I had that broken window.
Broken window?
I went snowshoeing on like the 3rd day I was here, and when I got back, the window in my room was broken. Glass was all over the place.
Was anything missing from your room?
Nah, it wasn't a burglary. It was like the window just decided to break.
What?
I mean, there was no rock on the floor, no bullet, no nothing.
It was the wolf. Tried to jump up into your room, but didn't quite make it.
That's bogus, dude. My room's on the 2nd floor, and besides, wolves don't do stuff like that.
Hey, that wolf does a lot of stuff wolves aren't supposed to do. That's why it needs to be hunted down.
It's just doing its thing, man. Get off its case. Anyway, my window broke and nobody knows why. Pretty awesome, huh?
Okay, real talk. Windows don't just shatter like that. Like, there has to be a reason why it would have shattered. It is interesting to note that he said that he didn't see anything in the room that would indicate what broke it, like a brick or a rock or anything. You know, so whoever broke it, like, with something like that, clearly went into his room and then removed the item. Or, I don't know, like, how do I explain it? Like, sometimes there are machines or devices that could basically cause, like, I don't know, like, you know how, like, if there's an earthquake or something and certain things crack, like, by that means, like a mirror or something? I should know, because I know, like, a few years ago, I was at work, and there was a freaking earthquake, and I didn't feel it until I actually stood up, you know, from my desk. And it was weird because when I was sitting down, I didn't feel anything, but when I stood up, like, it was weird. Everything was swaying and whatnot, and some stuff actually, you know, broke. So, you know, that could have been something that could have happened. But then again, I think he would have said he felt like a tremor or something, and that's what caused the window to crack. So I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, the snowshoe thing. What's this?
So, you like to snowshoe?
I like doing stuff outside. Snowshoeing's about all I can afford.
I wouldn't know. Usually when it snows, I try to avoid it. The snow gets pretty thick where I live at.
Is it a hard sport to learn?
You don't learn how to snowshoe. If you need to get through snow that's too deep to walk through, you slap on some snowshoes and you just do it.
Okay.
I'll catch you later.
Rock and roll.
Alright, so, actually, you know what? Let me see. Can I talk to you again?
Hello again.
Nope.
Well, I'll let you get back to beating Lou.
See you later.
Alright, so I still have some time before lunch. Dang, still no Guadalupe. Where the hell is this chick? Alright, so, let's see. So they are basically saying that I have to go that way where the wolf went. I can't introduce myself because I still haven't met the last person staying here. And I haven't found any means to find this stuff that's missing. So I guess I have to trek back out into the great outdoors. Ooh. Caution. Okay, it's still good. Alright, let's go. It gets so easy to get turned around in this place. Alright, so turn around. Yeah, let's go this way. Alright, Alright, so can I observe this again? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Piss off, wolf. Alright, so I went this way, I'm pretty certain, right? And that's what... Yeah, because I can't even click to go, like, back that way. So this is basically the way back to the lodge. So... Oh, dear. Alright, let's go. Realistically, there's just no way. Like, I don't care how devoted I was to my job or whatever. This is just too freaking risky looking. Oh, God. Chicken Ridge. Oh, for crying out loud.
Sounded like an explosion.
No kidding!
What's that noise?
What did I just... Oh, for crying out loud. Nancy.
Oh no!
Did I not say this was a bad idea? Did I not say that?
I'm buried in snow.
No kidding.
I gotta dig myself out before I run out of air. I'll never make it. I can barely breathe.
I can't even... Ugh.
Someone's up there. Help! I'm down here! Right under you! Can you hear me? Help! I can't breathe! Heard me. Thank goodness.
Oh, never
Easy.
mind.
It's okay. I'm not real happy about the situation either.
Well,
It's gone.
thank you.
Thanks to that hole it dug, I can breathe again. Now if I can just pull myself out.
Okay, it did it automatically. Okay,
Go back to Chicken Ridge and risk getting caught in another avalanche? I don't think so.
okay, I wasn't actually saying go back. I just wanted to turn around and see if I could see anything behind me. That's all. But, yeah, I'm out of here. We are on the same page for once, Nancy. Okay, so that, I'm pretty sure, helped progress the story somehow. Ooh, hold on. That was not like that before.
This must have been made by the explosion I heard. A fossil. Cool.
Can I take it? I cannot. Okay. Alright, so that's the way to Chicken Ridge, which I want no part of. And... Wait a minute. Wait, I'm so confused. I think that's the way to Chicken Ridge. This is the way back, but... Is it just me? I'm seeing, like... Like, I don't want to say it was like one of those machines that we saw at the... One of those vehicles we saw at the lodge. Like, it almost looks like it could be ski tracks. Am I crazy? What is this way? Okay, that's the way... Yeah, okay, we are going back. Alright, too bad Nancy's not commenting on this. Okay, that's the way I came. And I think this is the way back? Yes, it is. Okay. So, let's see what's on our task list real quick. Alright.
That's finished.
Yeah, definitely did that. Oh yeah, we need to call... That makes sense. Right. Okay, let's call the Avalanche Patrol people.
Much better. I was really cold.
I bet you were. Alright, let's go and call these people. And what the heck was their number? It's probably the last number on. Yep, it is. Okay.
Avalanche Patrol, what's your location?
I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge, but I wanted to report an avalanche at Chicken Ridge.
Anyone Injured or trapped?
Not anymore.
We'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, wait a minute. You know Ollie Randall?
The handyman here at the lodge?
He's also on the patrol. Do me a favor and tell him that the explosives training in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Explosives training?
Sometimes the patrol has to use explosives to bring down unstable snow. Yearly training sessions are mandatory. Ollie'll know what I'm talking about.
I'll tell him.
Appreciate it.
One more thing. Have any of you guys been setting off explosives anywhere near the Icicle Creek Lodge recently?
Nope, sure haven't.
Well, thanks. Bye.
Man, with each... Ugh, okay. So now, freaking Ollie is associated with the,
Been there, done that.
Avalanche Patrol. This is making him look more and more suspicious, but... I don't know. Like, I really do like his character. I don't want him to be the bad guy. Oh wait, you know what? I just realized there's a section called the Wolf now. So, while I was following some wolf tracks, I heard an explosion, and the next thing I knew, I was totally buried in an avalanche. But the next thing I knew, the white wolf was digging me out. I have no idea why, but it saved my life. Which means, in addition to everything else, I've got to find out what his deal is. Okay, so let's see, what else is left for me to... Alright, so I'm gonna go downstairs and talk to Ollie, because I'm pretty sure that's where he's at. I don't see anything else, so... I'll talk to him, see how long that takes. And then, maybe I can, I swear, I don't know where this Guadalupe girl is, but... I don't want to say it's getting on my nerves, but it's just kind of weird that I haven't run into her yet. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to actually go that way. Here we go.
What you need?
The Avalanche Patrol asked me to tell you that the explosives training session in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Well, hallelujah. I didn't really want to go anywhere until I finished off that wolf. Now I won't have to.
Okay, so both of these are good things to bring up. Because that was kind of interesting that the wolf knew enough to, I mean, I guess if you hear something under a pile of snow and it sounds like somebody's making noise or calling for help, you're going to want to dig it out, whether you're human or not, but that is interesting that it did that anyway. Could have just kept going about its business. But number one is interesting too, because this means that he would have access to explosives, and with every... But I don't know, that doesn't make sense, because even if he was, let's say, the suspect, why would he be setting off... Oh, right, what am I saying? The freaking bunkhouse. That's right, the bunkhouse was blown up. So, he could have theoretically taken the explosives that he got from the Avalanche Patrol and blown up the bunkhouse. Not to mention that, since he works there, he would have known that the bunkhouse was empty, so he could have blown it up and not have to worry about killing anybody inside of it, you know? Like, I feel like if it was somebody on the outside, I don't know, like, in a way they wouldn't have cared if anybody was in there or not. They would have just blown up regardless. So, in a way, he had inside information, so that would have made the bunkhouse a very easy location to do this. Not to mention, too, that he was the one that picked us up from the airport. So that could have gave him an alibi. He could have been like, oh, well, I went to pick up Nancy from the airport, so it couldn't have been me setting off the explosives. But since he has experience, he could have rigged it so that, you know, so... I don't know. I don't like the fact that they're really trying to make it look like it's Ollie. I don't like that. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one, though.
So, you're on the Avalanche Patrol, huh?
Yep, dang. I just remembered. Patrol wants me to keep an eye on Skookum Ridge for the next couple of weeks. Here. There's the key to the snowmobile. Take it out to Skookum Ridge and see if there's been an avalanche.
You want me to check it out?
Seat-seated so you don't have to worry about the cold. Make sure you call the patrol and give them a report when you're done. You can handle that, can't you?
I haven't even driven a car, let alone a snowmobile.
But I've never driven a snowmobile before.
It ain't rocket science.
I didn't say it had to be, but... whatever. Fine.
Two more things. That Bill Kessler guy's getting bored being the only one around here doing any ice fishing. He wants competition. So if he says anything to you, just remember that Chantal wants you to keep the guests we got happy. Other thing is, a cold snap's on its way. You think it's cold now? Just wait. Gotta be real careful anytime you're outside. So, we done here?
Okay. It didn't give me the option about the wolf, but this is interesting.
Have you ever seen Trapper Dan's needle?
Course.
Do you know if there's a way to get into it?
Don't know, don't really care. Maybe something in that display up in the lobby will tell you what you want to know.
Yeah, a lot of good that's gonna do me.
I'll get out of your hair now.
Good.
Alright, so I guess with that, I can now, interact with Bill again to do some other stuff at the lodge. Let me just make sure everything is checked off that I've done already.
Been there, done that.
Okay, did that. This I will do last. Be on the lookout. Yeah, I'm still looking for this stuff that's missing. And, oops, sorry. Yeah, okay. So, let me turn around and go back over here and talk to these guys. I don't want to wander too far either, because it's almost lunchtime.
Nancy, hey, got a proposition for you. Since Lou here's too chicken to go mano-a-mano with me out there in the ice fishing shack.
Snowshoeing's my thing, dude. Besides, it's animal cruelty.
Give me a break. You ever been ice fishing?
Nope, never even been not real fishing, but normal fishing.
No.
Well, you're about to. Here's the deal. I need some competition, so I want you to go out there and try to catch a bigger fish than I caught yesterday, which means you gotta catch a 2-foot northern pike. Now, it's a bit of a hike out to the lake, but the shack is solar heated, so it's nice and warm inside. So what do you say, kiddo? You game?
Anything to make you guests happy.
Atta girl.
Alright, northern
get
pike,
going.
right?
Drop by anytime.
Hopefully it's actually on my thing now. Okay, great. Go to the ice fishing shack and get Mr. Kessler some competition by catching a 2-foot northern pike. Alright, so, great. Actually, is there anything different with the newspaper? Nope, still the same old newspaper. Okay. Alright, so, ooh! Guys, look! Look on the right! She's here now! Finally!
Well, who are you?
I'll be honest. I mean, well, not honest, but...
My name's Nancy Drew.
Perhaps what I should have asked Nancy is, what are you? You're obviously much too young to be a paying guest.
Well, fuck, aren't you blunt?
I'm the new maid.
Oh, the new maid, thank goodness! I was wondering how much longer the owner expected us to endure these conditions and still pay full price.
I'm not even gonna bring up Elsa at this point.
I'm trying to learn everyone's name.
My name is Guadalupe Comillo. My friends call me Lupe. 2 things, dear. First, the alarm clock is missing from my room. I don't necessarily need another one. I just don't want to be charged for that one, seeing as I have no idea where it went to. Second, be a doll and clean my room first. It'll hardly take you any time at all, especially compared to the other rooms. The other guests are all men. Single men.
Well, I'm happy to report that I've already cleaned your room.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really get along with girls that are like this. I mean, I get what she's saying about the cleanliness thing, but I kind of take offense to that because there are girls who are just as sloppy. And, you know, for her to kind of, well, I don't know. But, yeah, she kind of rubs me the wrong way. But it is interesting that she said that her clock went missing. And as we have noted, there was a clock face that was found in the rubble of the bunkhouse. So even though Ollie had said, you know, those kind of clocks were all over the the lodge, the fact that hers is missing would kind of indicate that that was probably the one that was used maybe as a device to set off the bomb that went off there. So that's interesting. Which hate to sound nosy, but what are you doing? I guess I'll say number one. I don't know. They're both pretty much the same thing.
I hate to sound nosy, but what are you doing?
Birds. I'm watching birds. That's what I am, you see, a bird watcher. Sometimes I go outside and watch, and sometimes I stay inside. It all depends on what the birds feel like doing and what I feel like doing.
So that's what brought you to Icicle Creek? Or what kind of birds do you see here? I guess I'll just say this.
So that's what brought you to Icicle Creek Lodge, the birding?
Absolutely. The place is a veritable birding paradise, even in winter. In fact, in the short time I've been here, I've seen hawks, eagles, orioles, cardinals, jays, nothing truly rare. But to a wildlife lover such as myself, seeing them in such a spectacular setting is thrilling nonetheless.
You know what? I'll ask about the wolf, because if she's been staring out of the window or outside observing the birds, I'm pretty sure she might have actually seen the wolf.
Have you ever seen the wolf that's been hanging out around here?
No. Not that I'm looking for it, of course. Yanni occasionally skis by, and that dullard of a student, I see him snowshoeing occasionally. But I've yet to see the wolf. Have you seen it?
I don't see what would be wrong. Well, I guess no. Let me take that back. If I did say up close and personal, I guess one would then wonder, well, why would a maid be anywhere outside that, you know, or be in a position that would have put her up close and personal? Although, considering that Nancy has to do things to please the other guests, Nancy could basically tell a white lie and say, well, I ran into the wolf when I was cleaning off the skating pond, or, you know, at the fishing rack. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, up close and personal, as a matter of fact.
How did it act? Was it aggressive? Did it look injured?
Okay. Actually, I think it might have saved my life. I found a bunch of wolf tracks beyond the pond. I don't think I really want to be telling her to go follow this wolf. Because even... that just sounds crazy. Like, even if she's an animal, like, active... well, I don't want to say activist, but she's clearly interested in animals. Why would I tell her to go following after a wolf that could potentially harm her? I just... no.
Actually, I think it may have saved my life.
Really? Of course, its behavior does suggest that it's had contact with humans before. Have you told anyone else what you just told me?
No.
Good. Don't. You see, I'd like to see this wolf for myself, and I don't want everyone else going after it and scaring it away. And there's no telling what that trigger-happy handyman might do. So it'll just be our little secret, all right?
I still think that that's risky. Even if you do care about the animals that much, you should still at least let people know what you're doing. So that way, if you go missing, people will know, hey, you know what? Lupe went out to go look for the wolf. So maybe we should, you know, that, nah. I guess I will ask her about this. She did kind of indicate that she obviously knows who Yanni and Lou is, but I don't think she knows them.
Have you met the other guests?
I've bumped into them at one time or another, yes. I don't spend all my time in front of this window.
I know.
That Yanni fellow, he's very talented, but extremely intense. His whole life revolves around being the best in the world. As for the two who are always sitting across the way playing that silly game, the older man, Bill Kessler, he's no deep thinker, but he's nice enough. But the other one, that college student, talking to him is like trying to converse with a giant turnip. No social graces whatsoever. I almost prefer talking to the handyman. Almost. Anyone that intent on destroying something as glorious as that wolf is hardly worth talking to.
Well, I will agree with her regarding Lou. He is a little bit, what's the word, curt? Which is kind of ironic because I can be like that at times, you know. It's fairly hard for me to talk with other people. I can actually talk to people, like, online, or to some extent on the phone a lot easier than I can in person, which is weird, but well, I guess not weird, but I guess it's weird for me considering what I used to do before, I started doing YouTube. But, yeah, alright. Well,
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Farewell.
okay, so it's almost lunchtime. Actually, you know what? Let me go to... Yeah, I do need to go to this computer anyway to look at the fish. So, a northern pike. That's what it looks like. So, all these other fish I need to avoid. This one in particular, because I remember seeing this, I think, the last time I looked at the, fishing thing. Fish commonly found in Icicle Lake are pictured below. Most fishermen try to avoid hooking the lake sturgeon, a behemoth which is famous, or infamous, for chewing right through fishing lines. So I can do the fishing, but I definitely gotta avoid this thing whenever it shows up on the screen. But I need to get this one. Okay. Good to know. Oh, you know what? I am interested to see what she was talking about. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Observations. Wait, suspects maybe? Okay, I was hoping that it would have... Alright, I remember she said Orioles, I should have paid actually more attention to the birds she mentioned. Hawks. Okay, you know what? Let me just do it this way. Because it's clearly winter. She didn't say anything about owls. She didn't say chickadees. She didn't mention those. I think she might have mentioned those. Okay, guys, I'm actually getting very suspicious of her because the birds that she mentioned that she saw since her coming to the lodge, they're not showing up here. Like, if you look at the thing, it shows you, like, obviously if it has a picture of a bird, that means this is when you normally would see these birds. Winter section is pretty empty for the most part. So, I gotta... Ooh. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she's lying. Like, she just named any birds off the top of her head that would... Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna end the episode here since it's right before the lunch... Well, not. It's actually a few minutes after 12. In the next episode, I will do the lunchtime rush. And then I'm gonna go outside and I guess I'm gonna do some fishing and see if I can uncover some more clues. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.